What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we will be modeling this 3D robot machine. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. Add a cylinder and scale it down like this. After that, add a cube and adjust the shape. Select the cylinder and switch to FILLX mode. Select these two vertices, then press and hold Ctrl, then right-click and go to Face to select these faces. Press Ctrl E and extrude the faces inwards. After the extrusion, delete the faces. Now switch to Edge mode and select this edges and bridge. After bridging the edges, select this outside edges and bevel. After that, inset some edge loops. Select the cylinder and press and hold Shift to select the cube. Then go to the Mesh tab, Booleans, and choose Difference. Go to the Edit tab and delete the history. Press spacebar and go to the top view and switch to Face mode, select half of the faces and delete. After that, select this edges and bridge. Then select one of these edges and press and hold Ctrl and right-click and go to Edge Ring Utility and choose Edge Ring and Split. Use the Multi-Cut tool and add an edge loop here. Select this edges and bevel. After beveling the edges, switch to Face mode and select this faces. Press Ctrl E to extrude the faces and move it inwards. After extruding the faces, press Shift period to increase the face selection. Press Ctrl 1 to hide the unselected ones. Switch to Face mode and select these faces and delete. Select this vertices and adjust the shape slightly. Switch to Edge mode and select these edges and bridge. Press Ctrl 1 to unhide the hidden parts, then select these edges and bridge. Now inset some edge loops. Select this outside edges and delete. Now use the Multi-Cut tool to add in some edges. Inset some edge loops here. Now turn the object around. Use the Multi-Cut tool again and add some edges like we did on the top. Press and hold Ctrl and press left click while the Multi-Cut tool is selected to add an edge here. Add more edge loops with the Multi-Cut tool. switch to the edge mode and then select one of these edges and press and hold Ctrl and right-click and go to Edge Ring Utility and choose Edge Ring and Split. Use this to add more edges like this and move them around to match the edge on the main body. Use the multi-cut tool to join the edges. Select these vertices and go to Edit Mesh tab and choose Merge. After merging the vertices, switch to Edge mode and select these edges and move it up. After that, switch to Object mode and go to the Edit tab and choose Duplicate Special. Go to the settings by pressing on these little box icon. Copy this settings. Press D to move the pivot point. Press and hold V to snap the pivot point on one of the vertices. Press D again to deselect the pivot point. Now press and hold V and move the object to snap. Select these two objects and combine. Switch to Vertex mode and go to the top view and select the middle vertices. Then go to Edit Mesh and choose Merge. Press 3 to smooth the object. If you want to unsmooth the object, press 1. Select the multi-cut tool again and add more edge loops here. Switch to Face mode, then select this Faces. After selecting the faces, press and hold Shift, then right-click and choose Circularize Components. Tweak the twist values to get a better circle. Press Ctrl E to extrude the faces. Set the offset value to 0.01. Extrude the faces again and pull it out. Go to Edit Mesh and choose Extract. Go to the outliner and press on these plus icon and use the middle mouse button to click and drag this path out. Select this path and delete the history and scale it up a bit. Again, move it out a bit and extrude. Press Ctrl 1 to hide the other object, then switch to Face mode, select this Faces and delete. Press Ctrl 1 again to unhide the other object. Select the two objects and combine, then switch to Face mode, select this Faces and press Ctrl 1 again. Switch to the Edge mode and select this Edges and Bridge. Inset an edge loop here and scale it in words. After that, select this Edges and Bevel. Switch to Face mode and select these faces, then go to the Edit Mesh and choose Duplicate. Go to the outliner and press on these plus icon and use the middle mouse button to click and drag this path out. Press Ctrl E to extrude and move the faces out a bit. Inset some edge loops. Add a cylinder and scale it down like this. Press Ctrl 1 to hide the other object. Inset some edge loops here. Switch to edge mode and select these edges and then bevel. Switch to face mode and select these face, then go to select and choose select similar, press Ctrl E and extrude the faces inwards. Inset some edge loops. Press Ctrl 1 to unhide the hidden object. Add a cylinder and scale it down like this. Switch to FILLX mode and select this vertices, then press B. To activate the soft selection mode, press and hold B, then press and hold your middle mouse button and move it around to resize the shape, then pull it out slightly. Add a polygon pipe and scale it down like this and then duplicate. Switch to face mode and select this faces and extrude. After extruding the faces, press Delete and switch to object mode and scale it down a bit, then duplicate. Switch to face mode and select this down faces and extrude it like this. After extruding the faces, switch to edge mode and select this edges and bevel them. Inset some edge loops here. Use the multi-cut tool to join the edges. Select this two object and combine. Switch to edge mode and select these edges. Go to Edit Mesh tab and go to the bridge settings and choose Smooth Path plus Curve. Increase the divisions values to 10. Go to the outliner and press on this plus icon and select the curve and move it out a bit. Select the object and delete the history. Inset some edge loops.
Select the whole object and go to the channel box. Go down here and create a layer. Select the layer, right-click and choose Add Selected Objects. Press on the V button to hide the objects. Add a polygon pipe, rotate it, and go to the Attribute Editor and increase the subdivision's axis to 30. Switch to Edge Mode and add Edge Loop in the middle. Select the edges and scale it in X-axis and bevel. Select these inner edges and scale it in words. Switch to Face Mode and select the faces like this. Press Ctrl E and extrude the faces like this. Select these edges and bevel, then switch to Object Mode and scale it in words. Inset some edge loops here. Press Ctrl 1 to hide the other objects. Add a cylinder and reduce the subdivision's axis to 12 and scale it down. Go to the top view and select this vertices and scale them in words. Use the multi-cut tool and add 2 edge loops here. Switch to Edge Mode and select this edges and bevel them. Switch to Face Mode and select this faces, then press and hold Shift and right-click on your mouse, then choose Circularize Components. Now scale the faces up the level you like and delete the faces. Add a helix and tweak the settings to get a shape like this. Also set the subdivision axis to 12. Switch to Face Mode and select this faces and delete. Now switch to Edge Mode and select this edges and bridge. Double-click to select all the edges and deselect these 2 edges, then bridge the remaining edges. Again, select all these edges and deselect these outside edges. Press Ctrl E and extrude the edges upwards slightly. After extruding the edges, switch to Vertex mode and select these vertices and merge. Now use the multi-cut tool and cut out the edges like this. Select the faces and delete. Select the edges and bridge.
Now select these edges and delete. Select all the edges again and scale it down in Y-axis. Switch to FILLX mode and select this vertices and marge. Now repeat the process on the down path. Because of time, I'm speeding up the video. Press Ctrl E and scale the faces inwards. Press G to repeat and move the faces inwards, then bridge the faces. Inset some edge loops here. Select the two objects and combine, then select the edges and bridge. Add another cylinder and reduce the subdivision axis to 6 and scale it down. After that, inset an edge loop in the middle, then switch to face mode and select these faces and delete. Switch to edge mode and add more edges in the middle like this. Select this edges and extrude it upwards slightly, then select these outside edges and bevel. Now select the top edges again, then press and hold Shift, then right-click and choose Circularize Components. Now scale the faces in a bit and extrude the faces inwards slightly. Press G to repeat and move the faces downwards. Press and hold V to snap the edges on the same level. Switch to FILLX mode and select this vertices and move them up a bit. Inset some edge loops here. Now select the object, then press and hold Shift, then right-click on your mouse and choose Mirror. Change the X and Y axis and know what works for you. Now unhide the other objects by pressing on the V-box button on the layer. Now move the tire under the main object. After that, select the polygon pipe and move it down. Duplicate the polygon pipe and move it by the side. Select the polygon pipe and press Ctrl 1 and hide the other objects. Now go to the top view and select half of the faces and delete. Select these side faces and extrude the faces out. Use the Scale tool and scale the faces down. Now select the object, then press and hold Shift, then right-click on your mouse and choose Mirror. Change Merge Threshold to 0, and change the direction minus to plus, and the axis Y, change it to Z. If this doesn't work for you, try a different values. Select these faces and delete. Again, duplicate the polygon pipe. Press F to zoom in on the selected object, switch to face mode, and select these faces and delete. Switch to edge mode and select these edges and scale it inwards. Press Ctrl E and extrude the faces downwards. Now press Ctrl 1 and hide the other objects, then press Ctrl D to duplicate and Ctrl G to group. Go to the channel box and scale Z, press -1. Select these two objects and combine, then select the edges and bridge. Select these three objects and press Ctrl 1 and hide the other objects. Now snap the boat inert to the wheel and place them in the middle and scale it down. Add a cylinder and scale it down to the size of the boat. Inset two edge loops on the cylinder and smooth it. Select the cylinder and scale it in the Z-axis. Select the cylinder and go to the side view, then press D and hold V and snap the pivot to the center. Go to Edit tab and choose Duplicate with Transform. Now rotate the cylinder and press G to duplicate. Select all the cylinders and combine. Now select the wheel and smooth it. Select the cylinder and the wheel and delete the history. After that, select the wheel and the cylinder, then go to Mesh tab, Booleans, and choose Difference. Now select the boat inert, then duplicate them around the holes. Switch to Edge mode and select these outside edges and extrude them out. Set the offset values to 0.01. Now press Ctrl E and extrude the faces out. Extrude the faces again and change the thickness value to 0.01. Now select the polygon pipe and move it down. Rotate and duplicate it. Switch to face mode and select this faces. Press Ctrl E and extrude the faces upwards. Combine this two objects, then select the faces and delete. Switch to Edge mode and select these outside edges and go to Edit Mesh tab and press on the bridge icon button and choose Smooth Path plus Curve. Now tweak the settings to get a better shape. Switch to face mode and select these faces, then scale them in Z-axis. Guys, if you have made it this far, I do really appreciate. I have done my best to explain the video. Hopefully you will be able to follow along.
giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh. Bye.